Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. Have you been feeling a little tired or bored of the routine? Have you been just going through the motions? Good news, today we are changing that. We are getting out of the slump, we are getting things right in our spiritual lives. Biblically speaking, we always have a new chance. Like we read in Lamentations 3:22-23. It says, "It is of the Lord's mercies that we are not consumed, because his compassions fail not. They are new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness." Here are the 10 steps I follow to reset after a hard week or a spiritual slump. So grab pen and paper, start making this list, and we can both start getting some motivation to begin a new week, a new month with the right food. That way at the end we can feel put together and productive. If I am honest, planning is the first step for me for everything. I have this agenda and every day I write out my goals for the day, even if they're a little repetitive, just because it gives me a sense of accomplishment once I complete them. So for today, I am just doing a list of all the things that I need to get done, the things that I have been a little too lazy to do, and that way I need to do them since I gotta cross them off that list. Whether it was because we had a bad week or just because we've been putting off reading the Bible, that should be step almost number one, because that is the only way in which we're going to find true inspiration, in which we are going to find the reason as to why we do things every day. Why I wake up is just to serve the Lord, and I can only find all of those truths when I read my word. I try to do some journaling, to use highlighters, just to motivate myself a little bit more, to try and dig for the truth beneath all of those words. I love this type of journaling Bibles because I can write in there my prayers and I can simply make it a little bit more interactive when I read the word. And as essential as reading the word is, praying should also be number one priority. I always put this off. I must be honest, I'm not as consistent as I wish I was, and things would be so much different if I did pay more attention to my prayer life. For me, cleaning is just good sense. It gives you a nice space to work on, a nice space to get inspired and do your stuff, so I cannot deal with a dirty room with dirty sheets. I need to reset all of my room stuff before I can get into any type of routine or start my week. Here I was just decluttering some of my wardrobe and some of my drawers. I was going through some of my devices, just kind of organizing them because all these cables and stuff usually get very messed up during the week, and I want to start fresh. I know where everything is and make sure that all of these things are taken care of. And I also took out all of my board games because I have some, and I wrote in here to learn how to play them because I didn't know how and I needed to look up the rules and I had been lazy to do it. Here is the final look of my bed, and it was a great weight off my shoulders to finally have it done. Food is always going to be a topic with me. I have an issue with eating healthy, and definitely for a reset, I try to make a nice breakfast or a nice meal just to feel like I'm getting back into it, something as healthy as I can make it, except for that iced coffee that you see in there. But it's always important to balance my mental health also with physical health, and that includes food, eating the correct amounts, eating the correct food, and not overwhelming about it, kind of making it fun. So that's definitely part of what our reset should be as well, trying to decide what we're going to be eating in the next few days, weeks, or months. And here I was just eating while I was in a meeting, so that's why I had my headset on. Continuing with physical health, definitely workouts are something that I usually leave off when I'm not feeling inspired to do anything, and a good way of starting again, it's with yoga. I've been loving yoga. I'm not good at it. I'm so not flexible at all, and my everything hurts once I finish, but it's very satisfying, and YouTube has a lot of very great videos to follow, great tutorials of instructors. I particularly love the Boho Beautiful channel. It's also on YouTube if you want to check it out. And I usually do this like a 30-45 minute stretch and some type of ab workout just to get the ball rolling. Obviously later during the week I might do something bigger or harder, but today I was just trying to get it slowly in. I was doing some arms as well, and I was so sweaty by the end of it. And of course, it's only common sense to take a good shower and do some skincare after a sweaty workout. So here I was using this Aztec mask that I found on Amazon and my usual skincare routine. Part of the reason why I get into these slumps, it's because I put off doing things. I put off getting my responsibilities done, and I have some tasks that I need to do, maybe not really very important ones, but even the small tasks can pile up. For example, I had this video that I needed to upload in my YouTube, and I still needed to do like the title and the description and all of the logistics behind it, and I had been putting it off, but it's finally posted, by the way, and just getting it done definitely takes a weight off my shoulder. Making these thumbnails it's a tiny bit overwhelming for me, but I immediately started doing it because I know that once I set myself to it, I can get it done, and then I can just cross it off that to-do list that we were talking about. Even though this might be part of the first Bible reading that I was doing, I was behind on taking some notes on my previous Bible studies, so I needed to catch up on those, and that was kind of like a task slash homework that I had missing on the Bible side, so I needed to get that finished. Likewise, I had some homework to catch up on. I am not officially in a school, but I am taking a free online course from Harvard. It is titled Rhetoric, the Art of Persuasive Writing. I had this paper due and I had been procrastinating on it, so I finally got down to doing it, and once I sat down, I felt so inspired that I finished it super quick. I don't know why I was hesitant about starting it, and if you have any homework to do, this is your sign to sit down and actually get it done. Okay, you guys, so those were the 10 steps that I usually use for my reset routines, whether it be at the end of the month or at the end of a pretty tough week, work-wise or character-wise, because sometimes I just feel a little lazy and I need to get the ball rolling again to start a productive week. You can always start whenever, right? It doesn't have to be the beginning of the week. You can do it in the middle or at the end. The important thing is to get things straight and start once again, because we always have a second chance. So thank you so much for following along. If you found it helpful, definitely leave a comment down below. And by the way, you guys, I don't know if you noticed, but we're already 600 of you, so that's amazing. Thank you so much. I know that the number might not seem super big, but we started from 0, so 0 to 600, it's a lot for me, and I'm very excited. I'm certainly trying to come up with more content for you guys this upcoming month. Some very fun things are in the works, so I'll keep you guys updated, but that should be all for now. Thank you so much for following along. Goodbye.